So hi, this is our presentation for CSS project Gamer Toxicity. We are team Caffeine Snorting Squad, and our project basically was to analyze gamer toxicity, especially in the case of Reddit. And wait, yeah, okay. So first of all, I would like to define what toxicity is. So basically, toxicity is any kind of language that is abusive or offensive, and it is generally used to hurt someone. So the aim of the project was to basically answer the question: are gamers more toxic than non-gamers? And especially in the case of Reddit, because coming to why we picked Reddit. So initially we thought of using two different websites. One is Twitch and Reddit. The reason was because these two are the biggest websites where gaming discussions happen. Twitch is the largest streaming website, and because Reddit has the feature of creating communities and subreddits, there are a lot of subreddits about gaming, and they are very active, and a lot of talks and discourse happen about gaming things. But the thing is, we later had to drop Twitch because the data that we got from Twitch was not very useful, because most of the comments and chats were just spamming some sticker or llama or some other inside joke. So we settled on Reddit. Now coming to the models used to, so basically to detect toxicity we used three models. These three were all top performers in a Kaggle competition, where the task was to basically build a model to detect the toxicity of a comment. And the dataset that I used was Kaggle toxic comment classification dataset, which is basically a corpora of Reddit and Twitter comments, and they are manually labeled. So two of the models were bird based and one of them was Roberta based. So after like scraping the data from Reddit for some of the subreddits, we did some EDA for gaming and non-gaming subreddits, and this is the result that we got from the word clouds. As you can see, the profanities in non-gaming subreddits are far more pronounced. Then we found out the toxicity for all of these subreddits, and again we found that the non-gaming subreddits are far more toxic. As you can see that the most toxic subreddits are wholesome memes, ask Reddit, political humor, and all, which are all non-gaming. So we thought at this point that maybe our data is less. So then we used push shift to download all the comments for the years 2011 to 2016, and we did three kinds of analysis. So the first is temporal analysis, where we basically found out the temporal trend in toxicity on Reddit. Then we did user-wise analysis. I'll explain these later, and then in the end we use I already showed you subreddit-wise analysis, where we had 20 subreddits, 10 gaming and 10 non-gaming, scraped some posts and comments, and figured out the toxicity score, how toxic they are, and the average toxicity basically. Okay, now so this is again the toxicity comparison for the data of 2011 to 2016, and this is a 1 lakh random sample, so 1 lakh gaming comments and 1 lakh non-gaming comments from the data. Again, as you can see, the non-gaming subreddits are more toxic, and this is the annual trend. So as you can see, non-gaming subreddits are far more toxic consistently for all the years, but the general trend is going down, which is because the moderation on internet is increasing over the years. People are far more serious about what discourse is happening on the internet. And this is the user-wise analysis. So here what we did is basically we picked some users who are very active on both gaming and non-gaming subreddits, and scraped all of their comments, and figured out how toxic they are when they are commenting in gaming subreddits versus when they are commenting in non-gaming subreddits. And as you can again see, whenever they comment in non-gaming subreddits, they are being far more toxic, which means that it's not about the users, it's also about how the structure of the subreddits and how the discourse happens. So next we tried to figure out some reasons for this. So for this we interviewed a lot of people who are gamers and use Reddit in real life, and after talking to them, we came to the conclusion that the biggest reason this might be happening is because gaming subreddits are far more serious. So basically most of the discourse that happens on gaming subreddits are related to getting help on in that particular game or in that particular level or something like that, whereas non-gaming subreddits are far mostly just about memes and stuff. So the comments and posts are also slightly more toxic, where people just try to outsmart the other one, stuff like that. So to verify this, we manually read some posts and comments, some of the most toxic and least toxic comments from our data set for both gaming and non-gaming subreddits, and we think this might be the case. Yeah. Okay, now coming to the limitations of our study. So basically, the biggest limitation of our study was we did not have access to in-game chats, and some people might argue that gamers are more toxic when they are, talking to fellow gamers within a game, and not when they are talking on Reddit or something. So we did not have access to in-game chats, which is like, I mean, pretty obvious. No company would release the in-game chats, right? And also we could not do any analysis from 2017 onwards because the size of the data was huge. So for 2011 to 2016, the data was already greater than 1 TB, and the data was just increasing exponentially in size. So we did not have the space or compute available to process that kind of data, so we couldn't do it. Now coming to the code. So basically, these are some of the notebooks that we use. So this is the this is the notebook where we did the EDA and subreddit wise analysis. So as you can see, this is the final graph again. The non-gaming subreddits are far more toxic. Then this is the data that we manually wait sorry oh, this is the data that we scraped using Reddit API initially, and as you can see, this is not much. These are just like 50,000 to 60,000 comments for every subreddit. So we felt that this might not be enough, so we decided to basically get all the data. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you.